We know that unconditional love is most powerful force of universe because we are it. Universe is unconditional love. Source is unconditional love. Which means it doesn't perceive through dual ideas, especially judgment. How we can allow through self, which is unconditional love, to flow through this body. How we can live in unconditional love is keep surrendering our perception. In other words, giving attention to here and now. Just acknowledgement. Just being aware of the awareness, which is surrender, which is open to the one, open to the flow of unconditional love. Because we are it. We are unconditional love. Therefore, always this love wants to emerge and express itself, emerge itself through our body. When we give attention to here and now and being aware of the awareness, our pattern of judgment doesn't function because our mind is a state of surrendering to here and now, higher self, which is more of love and light, which is being available to the flow of unconditional love. Unconditional love can be described as emptiness, nothingness. It's like a void, embrace everything, and at the same time it can be perceived through this body as flow of pleasant energy, pure positive energy, which has no judgment, which means no pushing against something wrong or such. We usually experience this physical reality based on the dual ideas and making stories and living in it and experiencing ups and down experience, pleasure and discomfort experience. When we focus on the perception of dual idea, we miss out the perception of higher self, which is our true essence, which is our true desire, which is ever-flowing pure positive energy. When we focus on that, we can experience more of bliss, joy, love, connectedness, freedom, vitality, aliveness. But we easily allow ourselves to swayed by surface perception, dual perception. When we give attention to our heart, our essence, we can always feel its blissful, pure positive energy. And usually, natures, animals, or babies are clearly reflecting our essence energy, which is pure positive energy, unconditional love. Therefore, when we see them, naturally, we allow ourselves to access to that essence. They are really helping us to remember ourselves, natural state of our being, freedom, expansion, spaciousness, warm, sweet, creative energy, wanted to give, express, nourish, share, wishing other people to be happy and joyous. We can remember that we can always carry, access that energy in every situation, in any physical phenomena. For example, relationship with this body, we call me. We might have different ideas and identities, but when we just let go of everything and just observe it and embrace it as we perceive nature and babies or pet, like holding space, and we can realize that the vibration of appreciation and love, warm, pure positive energies flow from within. while these physical eyes are reflecting the image of me, image of self, we can tune in to the vibration of higher self, unconditional love. We feel good, not because of or what we think. We feel good because we feel our existence through energy essence. Then we can start see things through our eyes with its energy of love. We are actually seeing the creation of love light. We don't see or perceive with the vibration of the world, which is based on the stories of dual ideas. We can consciously tune into the truth, tune into the vast reality of true self, which is non-dual energy, love and infinite wisdom. And also, we can know that it is not the solid things and stuff. Actually, it is vibration we are perceiving. Actually, consciousness that we are perceiving. Our body is a vibrational tuner. Therefore, it is important that giving attention to the reality, deeper consciousness, which is beyond time and space. Usually we can tune in to that vibration through our breathing or heartbeat. Entering through our body is always help. When we tune into that, we can always feel the flow of joy, creativity, inspiration, which is intention of universe, guidance of the higher self in whatever we engage with physical activity. While we are communicating with other beings, when we tune into that, we can experience its beauty of another aspect of ourself, the one infinite expansion of awareness. We can perceive greater potential in each being, and we can enjoy our exchange of love, which can be verbal or non-verbal communication, because we feel connectedness. We feel more of oneness and joy of variety of the one. We do still have preferences, yet we can always integrate everything, likes and dislikes, into more of creative ideas, more of joy and realizing the potentials. As far as our attention is given to the presence, open to the flow of presence, higher self, this energy itself takes care of everything, create everything. We can just be aware of awareness and be open to what it wants to be merged. Therefore, even though we are engaging with some kind of activities that we don't prefer much, it might be a job or work, yet we can make each moment to be a juicy experience, making everything into greater awareness and realization, which bring us more of bliss, freedom, and joy. When we know that nothing can stop expanding awareness, stop deepening the awareness of bliss, nothing can harm true self. Nothing can harm awareness. Actually, everything is deepening joy, everything deepening the realization of freedom and bliss, everything pushing forward more of experiencing fullness of ourselves. We can eager to embrace everything as love and wisdom, as a support for our joy, for fulfilling our mission on this earth, which is more of allowing this moment, and byproduct is more of joy and freedom and bliss and overwhelming appreciation. We might have different ideas of ideal job or work, careers and so on. But what we truly want is to be a much more open and available vessel of great I Am, more of love and light and wisdom, infinite one that we are. And it's happening right now, right here. We got to fulfill our mission of this body, every moment. This is a way to raising vibration of this person's self, and actually raising vibration of all that is, because everything is awareness itself, experiencing itself. Awareness is all that is, what we call universe, God. This body is awareness too, creation of awareness, and awareness uses each of the being, each of the body as a tool, means to be aware and express of itself. It is nothing but the joy of magnificence, more of fullness of itself. And this body is privileged to experience, enjoy of it. Therefore, we can allow this body to be a vessel and conduit of the flow of pure positive energy. Even though physical phenomena might not be appeared as we want it to be, we can take them as more of openness and an expansion to greater potential, as far as we are tuning into the energy of the center, energy of the essence. It always shows us how to perceive it. It's not the concept, it is an energetic inspiration. We might call it grace. Yes, indeed. We can just only embrace them with appreciation, because we are connecting to the celebration of all that is. Whatever we experience, greater I Am, higher self is always focusing on the desire underneath of it, which is pure positive energy. We might murmur or complain about something, but underneath of it, we always have desire to experience more of love and freedom and joy. And higher self, that larger part of us, is always focusing on it and only experiencing of it, which means every moment is expansion of joy, expansion of desire, expansion of celebration. We might be triggered by energy of lack through money. It is something we feel hard to love unconditionally. But we can always remember that relationship with true self. Because when we focus on that love and wisdom, pure positive energy that we are, energy of higher self, we can purely appreciate and embrace with whatever the amount of the money. Moment by moment, we are shifting. Moment by moment, we are experiencing totally different configuration of the universe, which is wholeness from the perspective of higher self. Moment by moment is perfectly orchestrated and equipped for human consciousness to experience of its themes. Moment by moment, whatever relevancy is, appearing. Because it's relevant, that's why appearing. Therefore, the intention of the universe is, through this body is, embracing and seek and then explore its love and wisdom. Seek and explore the perfection of it. Function of consciousness is always perfectly orchestrating. Everything is appear for us to be aware of more of ourselves, greater potential, fullness of ourselves. Therefore, universe cannot make other than perfection, always whole and perfect. Human mind might judge situation and stuff, and money, and health, and so on, feeling not enough. Yes, indeed, healthy body, and feeling good, and more money and such might be great. But what we truly want is using all of that, through all of this, we want to experience more of bliss, joy, freedom. And actually, it is experienced through realization of more of ourselves. When we let go of the judgment of believing something not enough, or when we stop believing depending the perception of the mind, and open to the infinite intelligence of ourself, universe, and learn to realize, perceive the reality which is perfection, we can truly appreciate whatever arises in our consciousness in this physical phenomena. And we realize that it's so nonsense complaining about anything. We might get used to using money to fill the void. We might say, I spend money, I use money for this because I needed it. But when we use the word need, we can check whether we say it from the point of lack, shortage, or from the vibration of inspiration, vision, wants to support this company, wants to support this body to thrive, wants to express appreciation, wants to create another beautiful, inspiring creation. Money is means to support more of beautiful creation, supporting to fulfilling the theme of this body, which always helping us to be realized of more of ourselves. Through that we can live in joy, live in the vibration of appreciation. And actually, not only the money, all of the physical phenomena is energy, and which is supporting for us to be aware of itself and helping for this body to fulfill its mission, being aware and allowing each moment more of true self, greater I am, to flow through this body and express itself. When we know what is important, it doesn't matter how physical phenomena appears, because anyway, everything is coming from love and light and the universal intention for this human consciousness to be aware of more of itself. Everything is for greater good. Sometimes we might perceive the body feels weak, or sometimes feeling intense pain, and then we might totally buy into the whatever diagnosis. But as we tune into the reality of now, it's always expanding and moving. When we tune into that, well-being is actively activated and thriving. We might call it pain, but we can perceive as a stimulation, movement of energy of well-being, and know that greater good is wanted to be realized. We can just participate on it through giving attention to it. Neediness is just blocking to our true desire, which is more of connectedness and love and freedom and joy, which is what higher self is always focusing on and wanting to be emerged through this body. But because of this human mind lack of perception, which is based on duality and judgment, we don't allow ourselves to access to that flow. We strongly believe in whatever society says bad is bad and needed to be pushed against. All the dual ideas and preferences are to be used for our expansion. We use it for our convenience to communicate with others in this society, but we don't need to live based on it. We use it for our expansion. Because reality is, moment by moment, supported, perfectly orchestrated. It is so obvious through natures. When we tune into the heartbeat or breathing, we can know the connectedness to all and the orchestration of intelligence. And it always say, perceive it through this energy. Allow it to flow. Allow yourself to enjoy and feel free. We don't need to be needy, as if we are something lacking, as if something can fill the void, fill the lack. No things, no situation, no people, no money can fill the void, fill the lack, because the gap or void or lack is just representing the relationship with you and you. Unconditional love, higher self is always wanted human consciousness to pay attention to it so that merge with it, become one with it. As love, we can truly experience this physical reality. Through judgment, we feel pain, but we know that it's a mind product. It's a story. We might allow ourselves to experience painful experience, such as concluding it didn't work out, or he or she didn't behave the way I wanted, disappointed me, or paying money is always painful because I'm losing something, and so on. Pain story is always gain and lose game. That belief do our game. But we can tune into the reality. It is always non-dual, ever-expanding, joyous experience. More of awareness and the fullness of ourselves. That is the movement of the essence. That's the intention of the universe in this time and space. We don't need to create such a painful game. It might be stimulus, and it became so addicted, but some of them must have felt it's enough of it. And actually deep inside, everyone knew that this non-dual reality. The matter is how much you want to allow it to emerge. And this ever-expanding joy is attention away, awareness away. We don't need to wait until you take off this body after extracting all the gain and lose, pain and pleasure game, and felt enough. And there's much more than that. We are here to experience more than such a dual story. This body is here to experience more of our self-consciousness, more of aliveness, more of fullness, which is not like a stimulation that comes and goes, which is ever-expanding joy. Realization of power of self, realization of more of unconditional love that we are, bring us more freedom, vitality, and creativity and joy, transcending all the problems or not enough ideas, because we can deeply know that everything is perfectly orchestrated, and all we have to do is just allow it to flow it and acknowledge its love and wisdom and embrace the perfection of it.